Thanks for joining us for the Purdue University CME Group Ag Economy Barometer survey results. I'm Jim Mintert, Director of the Purdue Center for Commercial Agriculture, and I'm going to share with you some of the highlights from the February 2022 survey. This month's survey was conducted from February 14th through the 18th. That was just days prior to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Ag Economy Barometer rose 6 points this month to a reading of 125, up from 119 last month, and that puts the barometer right back where it was in December. This month's small rise in the barometer was entirely attributable to an improvement in the index of future expectations, which rose 10 points from a reading of 112 to 122 this month. The index of current conditions was essentially unchanged with a reading of 132. The Farm Financial Performance Index this month was unchanged from last month, still down substantially compared to where it was in December, as producers continue to expect 2022 to give a weaker financial performance for their farms than they saw in 2021. The Farm Capital Investment Index declined 7 points this month to a reading of 42, down from 49 last month. And the farm capital investment arena continues to be plagued by supply chain issues. Over 40% of producers in this month's survey said their purchase plans are being impacted by low farm machinery inventory levels. Producers continue to tell us they're having difficulty procuring inputs for the 2022 crop. 30% of the crop producers in this month's survey said they had difficulty purchasing crop inputs for the 2022 season. That was down slightly from December, when the percentage was 39% that had difficulty. When we followed up and asked producers about which inputs they were having difficulty with, it was across the board. They continue to have trouble with herbicides, insecticides, fertilizer, and farm machinery parts. Nitrogen fertilizer prices in the Corn Belt have tripled since this time last year. So we continue to ask producers how they're going to respond to that, and ask them, compared to the nitrogen rate they applied to their corn in 2021, what are their plans for 2022? Roughly 1/3 of the producers in this month's survey said they plan to reduce the nitrogen application rate for corn in 2022 compared to 2021. Producers remain optimistic about farmland values. The long-term farmland value expectation index rose 9 points this month to a reading of 154, up from 145 last month. That's still 7 points below where it was last fall, when it reached its record high of 161. Each winter, we ask producers about their expectations for how rapidly their farm might grow over the next 5 years. Over half, 53% of the producers in this month's survey said they do not expect their operation size to increase over the next 5 years. 19% of producers expect their farm's growth rate to range from 5 to 10% per year, and 18% say their farm is going to grow at a relatively slow rate of less than 5% per year. There have been a number of legislative proposals at both the state and national level regarding the need to improve internet access in rural areas. So in this month's survey, we asked producers to describe their farm's internet access in terms of its quality. 30% of the producers in this month's survey said that they had high-quality internet access. 41% characterized their internet access as moderate quality. 16% said it was poor quality, and 12% said they actually don't have any internet access. That wraps up the highlights from this month's Purdue CME Group Ag Economy Barometer survey. You can get more details, including a full report as well as a complete set of charts, at the Purdue Barometer website, which is purdue.edu/agbarometer. On behalf of the Purdue Center for Commercial Agriculture, I'm Jim Mintert. Thanks for joining us.